I'll be right back. Right back, okay, bud? I think people should stop 30 seconds and think about what homelessness is. I've been homeless at this moment 3.5 years, but about throughout my life, probably like maybe 13, 14 years through my whole life, my 46 years. People don't get it. They don't understand what it's like to, to walk through the streets and not have anywhere to go, and be hungry, or it's cold or it's raining and you can't. No matter what you do, you can't get dry. Not everyone out here is a drug addict or drinks, smokes, whatever it may be, whatever. You can just be homeless and have a rough time. Shit happens. It's not easy, and people look down on you. They won't look you in the eyes. They won't say, hey, good morning, because you're homeless. They won't, just acknowledge you because of your predicament, your situation. People can be cruel. I wasn't prepared to be homeless in San Francisco. What happened? I was on a fire. I got hurt. Made me have to get back surgery. I had titanium rods in my back. It was kind of a pretty hardcore situation. 4 surgeries later, and time away from my career that I thought I would go back to my job, but it was a no-go. So I had nowhere to go, and I depleted my money source, all my retirement, everything I had, hotels, my friends' couches. I lived in a tent for a little while. I lived in Erie Alley, which was that was my home. For a year, I was able to stay there in that alley, and it was home. It still, to me, feels like home. The closest to home I've had in a long time. When we got swept, the city put eviction notices on our tents, and during the Super Bowl when Ed Lee was still here, and we all had to leave. Well, I saved up a little bit of money and I bought an RV. Now they're saying, oh, you can't be in an RV, you can't live, you can't park on the street. So people are being towed. That's what my big fear is this not being here, my cat being in the pound, and not having everything that I own would be gone. So basically I'm in a big metal tent right now, but I like it, but I would much rather be inside. I'd give anything probably, just to feel normal again and somewhere. Being a firefighter for so long, once I couldn't do that anymore, I kind of, by accident, people needed assistance out here, and they weren't getting it from the hospitals. They weren't getting it from anyone else, and so I took it upon myself, I guess, to treat people that needed to be treated. Abscesses. It's the majority of the thing that I deal with on the daily. I actually closed down the abscess study a couple years ago because I was taking care of too many abscesses out here on the street, so there was no one for them to study. But that was a good thing in my book, because then people are learning how to take care of their abscesses properly and not stick needles in them and fuck up their abscess. First off, she had a couple abscesses that she kind of messed with in a way that made it agitated. So that's why you see the redness and the swelling around the area. So I told her to quit touching it, quit poking it, quit trying to make the juice come out, let it heal. That's why I sealed it. Later on, I'm going to come back with some Manuka honey, which heals it rapidly, and lightly cover it with gauze and tape so it'll heal quickly. All right, I'll be right back. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Huh? No, I know, we're not leaving yet. I'll be right back. I've taken metal chunks out of people. I've sewed up someone's head, and I've also Narcaned many, many people. So it varies on the week or the day or yeah, it depends. Okay, here we go. All right, careful, it's the little thing is cracked. All right, so can you hold your head right back? See, this is what I was concerned about. The muscles are doing their own little thing here. They're growing into doing what they want. They're taking their own route. So it's hard to hold your head up, yeah? Okay. Yeah, the neck brace would be like ideal. And so you're just really stiff. Hold on. Her neck, she had an injury that, she has a bullet lodged in her back, which makes it hard for her to hold her head up. And all we need is a neck brace to help her. The muscles have now grown their own way and made their own road, basically, where they're not supposed to be. So I've been giving her massages and helping her the last like year or so that I've known her, trying to get it to chill out and not hurt her so bad because she can't even hold her head up. There's not much to depend on out here. There's not, the services don't really exist. It's a big clusterfuck of just go here, go here, go here, and then nothing at the end. It's not very, for someone like myself that I have my wherewithal, I have my wits about me, I was frustrated through this whole process of trying to find housing, trying to find somewhere to belong in the city and try to get services. And I wanted to punch myself in the face constantly because it's hard and it's rough out here, especially being a female out here. It's definitely rough. All right. Well, we're gonna have to get you that neck brace like ASAP because this is, and you gotta make sure you be doing the neck exercises. I'll show you some more stuff that'll help you, lessen that because it's a lot of pressure on your neck, and yeah, we need to help get that, relieve some of that pain and some of that achiness. So the only difference between people in a house and us is just they have a roof over their head. We don't, and people need to be treated with respect. That's one thing that is lacking here is respect. I want homelessness to end. I'm sick of seeing people suffer. I'm sick of seeing people getting their hearts broken by the city that they love because they're treating them like shit. I'm sick of just seeing people's eyes, in despair and sadness and no hope. I'll see you later, okay? Keep your head up. Do that. They're breaking their spirit. They're breaking that last little bit of hope that they have. The city's destroying that and not giving a fuck. So to end homelessness, I think we need to come together as a city, figure it out, make it happen, quit doing all this other fucking bullshit that doesn't matter, and make it matter.